Hello and welcome to Song Like Lifestyle. My name is Olivia and I'm a lifelong ballerina and classical musician here to teach you how to dance ballet for free with no experience needed. Let's go ahead and get our dancing gear on and get started. Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. If you are a new person coming here for the very first time, I'm so glad that you're here. Just a quick note that this video is part of a full course and each video builds upon concepts learned in the previous one. So I recommend that you check out my playlist above so that you can go ahead and get caught up and not feel lost on anything here. If you are a returning student, welcome back. I'm so glad that you're here. Today we will be learning some really great concepts and I'm very excited to get started. So let's go ahead and learn these. So we will be learning how to do jumps today. I'm very excited to teach you guys some jumps because it's just one of the very fun parts of ballet, and it's kind of a little bit different than our usual training at the bar and at floor. I'm someone who I very much love jumps. I think they're so much fun, and hopefully you can also feel the same. So we will be learning 3 different jumps today. We will be learning how to do a sauté, a changement, and an echappé. So a sauté is kind of like our most elementary jump, and it really helps get you the foundation of what's needed when it comes to jumps in ballet. Something that I very much want to caution you here is that when you jump in ballet, it's important to have your toes pointed in the air. Now, I really want to caution you here because you want to avoid not timing things right, because I wouldn't want anyone to jump with their feet pointed and accidentally land on pointed feet, because you can really hurt yourself. Again, a huge disclaimer here that when we're jumping with our feet pointed, you want to make sure that you have enough time to come down with your foot flat. Now, there is a very advanced technique in ballet that is done on point shoes where you do hop on your feet and point, but that is not the goal for today. So again, a huge disclaimer: when we are jumping with our feet pointed, you want to make sure that you are comfortable coming down in a flat foot position, okay? We're going to come down on the ball of our foot and then roll down your foot, okay? I also recommend that you start your jump training while holding onto the bar with 2 hands. I'll go ahead and kind of scoot my bar out a little bit so that I can demonstrate these jumps for you and that you can kind of practice holding onto your countertop or your bar, or wherever you're stabilizing yourself, okay? So to do a sauté, you typically just start in a first position with our feet together like so. And again, if you need to stabilize yourself and kind of, push yourself up a little bit more at the bar or whatever you're using, that's totally fine. I also want to stress, please do not land on pointed toes. I don't want anyone to get hurt, okay? So when we're doing a sauté, all you do is you just jump up in first position and land back down in first position. While you're in the air, you want to hold on to your turnout, okay? You want to focus on keeping your feet turned out and pointed when you go in the air and then come back down. So I'll go ahead and demonstrate that for you now. And when we're landing in a plie. You do not want to land on a straight leg. That can hurt your knees and your legs. Again, jumps are a little bit more advanced because there are several things that could go wrong, and I do want you to be aware of the risks here and how to do this properly so that you do not hurt yourself. So again, we're going to be in first position, we're going to jump, and we're landing in a little demi plie. Okay? And notice how my feet point when I go up. That. Now, if you don't have that much of a point, that's fine. Just practice a little bit, okay? And eventually you'll be able to get there. So that is how you do a sauté. Now you'll learn how to do a changement. So it's kind of like how it sounds. You are changing. So changement, you're changing feet. Typically, a changement starts in a 5th position. So we'll go ahead and do a 5th position with the right foot to the front. So taking in the concept of a sauté, we're going to jump with our feet in the air pointed, okay? In mid-air, at your highest point in the air, you switch your feet and you land in a demi-plie with the other foot in the front, okay? And you can connect changements. So you can start with your right foot in front, jump, switch, land with left in front, and then jump again, switch with right in front, and you can keep going, okay? So I will do it slowly and so that you can kind of see what I'm talking about here. So we are in our 5th position, right foot in front, We're going to do our demi plie, jump up, switch, close. Up, switch, close. And when you're switching, you want your legs to still be touching one another, okay? So again, we're going to go close, close. It's almost like a soh-TAY, but you're jumping. Remember how I taught you in the previous lesson how to do soh-TAY? It's kind of like that concept. You want to keep your feet squeezed and your legs squeezed together when you switch mid-air. So again, we'll go ahead and do that a few more times. Changement, 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 changement. Okay, so I want to teach you today, but a changement is kind of the jump that you learn before doing an echappé, which is kind of like almost like a double. So you go like this. We will not, please don't attempt that. I just want to show you kind of like how I told you in the previous lesson of how like we're learning the foundations of a pirouette. The changement is kind of like a foundation for an echappé. So yeah, so you don't need to know that, but just something to kind of, you know, keep you excited and looking forward towards the future and learning of like how these foundations will carry you onwards throughout your ballet journey, okay? So now we'll learn our last jump of the day, which will be an echappé, meaning to like escape, okay? And the reason why it's like that because what you're doing is that you start in a closed position and you end in an open position, so either a second or a fourth, okay? And an echappé is something that you learn as a jump when you're in flat shoes, but on point, it's something much different. So when you do an echappé as a jump in flat shoes, we can just start in first for now. And what we will be doing is we will jump almost like we're in a sauté, so jumping up straight, landing in a second position. So ready, we're going to do our plie, jump, land in second position, okay? And that is how you do an echappé. Now you can do an echappé from like from a third or a fifth, so we'll go from a fifth so that you can see that. You do our plie, and then you jump, land in a second. Now you can also return from the second position and go back, and you can either, you know, put the right leg back in the front where it was before, or change it. So you can change to the back, and you can connect those motions. So we're in our fifth position with the left leg in front. Changement, I'm sorry, not changement, echappé. And you can also do an echappé to a fourth position. This is a little bit difficult in my set here, but let's say we are in fifth here. We jump and we land in fourth position, back, second position, fourth position, second position. Okay? So that is how you do an echappé in flat shoes as a jump. Now when you eventually progress and you start to learn about point, an echappé is you will be on your flat shoes and you'll jump out, pretend that my feet are on point, and go back in. So that's how you would do an echappé for gearing up for point. But we're focusing on jumps today. I just want to again, show you where this is all leading to, because I don't want to be the kind of teacher that says like, do this because I say so. I want you to understand where we are going with things so you can get more excited for the future and excited for what you're learning now, okay? Alrighty, so those are all the jumps that we're learning today. I want to quickly go over the concept of Allegro. So similarly to music, Allegro means like being fast, being brisk. Typically in ballet, an Allegro combination is something that involves a lot of jumps, quick, fast-paced movements. It's very much the opposite of an adagio. So typically at the barre or at center when you're doing jumps, it will be for an Allegro combination, okay? So with that in mind, I think we've covered everything that we need to for today's lesson, and I'm excited to go ahead and show you our combination that we will be doing today. So for our combination today, we will be starting in first, and we will do 4 sautés in first. So we'll jump 1, 2, 3, 4, okay? Now from there, we are going to do a tendu and close front in a third position, okay? Now from here, we will do 2 changements. So we'll bring the right foot to the back, and then changement again, right foot to the front, okay? And then from there, we will do 2 echappés. So we'll do echappé out, right foot close back, echappé out, right foot close front. Take that right foot, tendu, close in a first position. Okay, and then from there we can go ahead and go to the left. So we'll do 4 sautés. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Tendu with the left leg close front and a third, changement twice. 1, 2. Then 2 echappés. 1, left foot back. 2, left foot front. Tendu to the first, okay? Now I will go ahead and come around and do this combination facing this way so that you can go ahead and, really see the feet and the movements here. Now typically for jumps, we would do this very, very fast in a fast-paced, brisk motion. However, because you are new to jumps, I'm going to make sure that we take this combination slightly slower so that you can take the time to make sure that you are in proper form and that we can try to avoid any mishaps happening, okay? Just a quick note that a reminder, because we did a combination facing the bar many lessons ago, is that when you're at the bar and you're starting a combination facing the bar, you can either be very fancy with it, in which you start with your hands down here, you do your preparation, and then put your hands on the bar, or you can start with just having your hands on the bar, lifting them up nicely, and dropping them back down, okay? You can choose whichever way that you'd like to start, of course, but I'll be doing the one that's a little bit more involved, okay? Let's go ahead and get started. All right, everyone, I'm so proud of you, and for you showing up today and dancing with me. Here's my little reverence to you. Thank you so very much for joining me. If you haven't yet, please like, subscribe, turn on the notifications so you can stay in the loop for all my future videos. Thank you again for joining me. Take care, and I'll see you in the next video.